Hi, students. This book is called Big Pumpkin, and it's that time of the year where we start thinking about pumpkins and witches. This book is written by Erica Silverman, and it's illustrated by S.B. Schindler. Title page, you can see that the witch is reading a magazine, and it says Spring Seeds, and the name of the company is Spook Brothers. Spook is another name for a ghost. When I look on this information, the small print, it says this book was written in 1992, which is my first year of teaching. Maybe that's why I like this book so much. This book is dedicated to Nicholas, Alexa, Jess, Sarah, Rafe, Samantha, and Benjamin, with love. Let's look at the picture. Look at that witch. She's got a watering can and some seeds, and there's a little hill of dirt. You can see her fence in the background and her shovel and her very pointy witch hat. Once there was a witch who wanted to make pumpkin pie, so she planted a pumpkin seed. She weeded and watered, and after a while, a sprout poked through, and then a pumpkin grew. And it grew, and it grew, and then it grew some more. Holy smokes, they were not exaggerating. Soon Halloween was just hours away. The witch thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take her pumpkin off the vine. Do you think she'll be able to carry that pumpkin? It's taller than she is, it looks like. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat! Said the witch. See? She's really struggling there. Just then, along came a ghost. Look at that big guy. Big pumpkin, said the ghost. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than you and stronger too, boasted the ghost. Let me try. Said the witch, but she thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The ghost bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the ghost. Just then, along came a vampire. Big pumpkin, said the vampire. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than both of you and stronger too, boasted the vampire. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. The vampire bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, he pulled and he tugged and he pulled. First he pulled hard and then he pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. Drat, said the vampire. Look at how hard he's pulling. Just then along came a mummy. Look how tall she is. Big pumpkin, said the mummy. It's big and it's mine and it's stuck on the vine and Halloween's just hours away, said the witch, and she kicked that pumpkin. I am bigger than all of you and stronger too, boasted the mummy. Let me try. Said the witch. Said the ghost. Said the vampire. But they thought about pumpkin pie and stepped aside. Look at this situation. She's really putting her whole wrapped up body into it. The mommy bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Well, she pulled and she tugged and she pulled. First she pulled hard and then she pulled harder, but that pumpkin just sat. "Drat," said the mummy. Just then, along came a bat. See? "Big pumpkin," said the bat. The witch didn't say a word. She just looked at the ghost and rolled her eyes. The ghost looked at the vampire looked at the mummy, they all looked at the little bat, and they started to laugh. "I may not be big and I may not be strong," said the bat, "but I have an idea." The bat told them what to do. "Hm," said the witch. "Hm," said the ghost. "Hm," said the vampire. "Hm," said the mummy. They weren't being very respectful to that little bat. But let's see. But they thought about pumpkin pie and bent down to take the pumpkin off the vine. Now look at this scenario. Here's the witch, then the ghost, then the vampire, then the mummy, and then look, the bat's just pulling at the very end. "Ready, set, pull," called the bat. The bat pulled the mummy pulled the vampire pulled the ghost pulled the witch pulled the pumpkin. Well, they pulled and they tugged and they pulled. First they pulled hard and then they pulled harder. And snap! Off came the pumpkin. "Drat," said the witch. Whoosh! It flew and it flew and thud! It landed on top of a hill and thump bump, thump bump, thump bump. It bounced all the way to the witch's house, and when it got to her door, the pumpkin just sat. "Hooray for the bat!" shouted the witch, and she hurried inside to make pumpkin pie. Imagine how much pie a pumpkin that big would make. "Mmm," said the ghost. "Have some more," said the witch. "I couldn't eat another bite," said the vampire. "Fun party," said the mummy. "Time to go," said the bat. See them all? Oh, look at the bats down here. "Drat," said the witch as she watched them all leave. Then she went right out and planted another pumpkin seed. Growing pumpkins is fun. I put some pumpkins on a vine too this year. I'll show you.